Hey folks, Twisha Christian here. I'm going to share a video. It comes from Skywatch TV, Derek Gilbert. But there's some things that has gotten me thinking over the last week. And that, we don't know a date for the RV. We don't know a rate or anything like that. And we just look for, a season or a time period where we think this might happen. But one of the things is what's going on right now in this world. We've been made fun of for a long time about a reset, and now there's all these politicians and all these bankers and all this. They're talking about a great reset. Well, the system needs to be reset. And I really believe, and with some of these videos I have coming out, I really believe that this whole thing that's happening in 2020, that it's happening specifically this year, I have no doubt that all the things that are going to happen in the financial system was meant to happen. I just think that the current president of the United States was kind of a monkey wrench in all of their plans. And here we are. We have the Prime Minister of Canada talking about the reset. And see, now that they think that Biden has won, you're seeing all these people, and you're seeing different news articles about this reset. So, but this has been part of the plan. And people talk about the digital dollar and how, all these different currencies going digital and how they'll be able to track everything that you do, right? And even in some cases, some countries want to eliminate cash altogether. And if they do that, then they're able to track everything, see what everybody's doing, and not only that, they'll be able to tax people a lot easier too. But with everything that's going on right now that's going on with the elections, what's going on worldwide, we see Iraq is getting worse financially. The currency reserves, just overall, Iraq is falling apart. And actually, the whole world is falling apart, because when you think about all the jobs that have been lost, the economy, yes, the Dow's doing great. It's only benefiting so many people. It's not having a major impact on the world, and people are still losing their jobs every day. Lockdowns, and it just seems like the way the media is hyping up things, you would think that things seem at their worst. And a lot of people are worried about what's going on with the President of the United States, because it does affect the world. It does affect how much more corrupt they can be if they don't have anybody that stands in the way. But this has been their plan all along. And this whole thing with the virus has sped things up with the financial instability of this economy. And you look at how much money is being printed and how much the central banks all over the world are pumping trillions of dollars into the system. But it all goes back to this, and their plans, and what they really had planned to move forward with their agenda. And maybe this whole reset, it's very possible. And maybe this reset could come in a time when the presidency is up in the air. Because then, look how much credit that we have given to the president of the United States. Hey, this president needs to be in for the global currency reset to take place. He has to be in power and all this and that. For the last 4 years, he's been in power, but he hasn't really made a lot of major moves on the surface where we're affected. And maybe that if it does happen during this whole thing with uncertainty, a lot of people may put the president more on a pedestal than what should be given, because this whole thing with the dinar, it's God's plan. So whether he uses the righteous or he uses the unrighteous to bring it forth, that's how God is going to do it. But we are going to get into some things here. I have some videos prepared, but I want you to listen to this, and then I'm going to come back a little bit and probably just say a few things. But folks, they've been planning this for a long time. And here we are. We're at this moment. And there's a lot of uncertainty. Anyways, folks, this is Skywatch TV, Derek Gilbert. And I've been keeping up with Skywatch TV, Derek Gilbert, and all their different shows that they have for a long time. They've had a great impact on the Grigori story. I literally have had to rewrite and change things in my story because these guys are so good at breaking down the story of Genesis 6 and the fallen angels and Nephilim, and just because I'm trying to get the Grigori story as accurate as possible. All right, anyway, folks, here's the video.
Topic number 2. Trudeau gives the game away. Justin, you weren't supposed to use the word reset. That was supposed to be subtext. A speech recorded in September and posted to the internet over the weekend now has people scrambling to try to find out what is this great reset of which he spoke. Now, those of us who have been talking about it for months, generally...
I just wanted to show you guys this quick clip from Skywatch TV. And this is Derek Gilbert talking, and he's talking about Trudeau and the Great Reset out of the bag. So I wanted to show you guys his point of view. But this is the video with Derek Gilbert from Skywatch TV. Yeah, dealing with Trudeau and the Great Reset.
Topic number 2. Trudeau gives the game away. Justin, you weren't supposed to use the word reset. That was supposed to be subtext. A speech recorded in September and posted to the internet over the weekend now has people scrambling to try to find out what is this great reset of which he spoke. Now, those of us who have been talking about it for months, generally in the mainstream, been labeled crazy internet conspiracy theorists. And then Trudeau's words went public in which he talked about the COVID-19 pandemic as a great opportunity.
Building back better means getting support to the most vulnerable while maintaining our momentum on reaching the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development and the SDGs. Canada is here to listen and to help. This pandemic has provided an opportunity for a reset. This is our chance to accelerate our pre-pandemic efforts to reimagine economic systems that actually address global challenges like extreme poverty, inequality, and climate change.
Now, note that Prime Minister Trudeau used the term build back better. This phrase has been on the lips of government officials and non-government organizations for months now. What exactly does build back better mean? Where does it come from? Oh, yes, the World Economic Forum. The guys who invented the Great Reset concept and have been pushing it for months. Klaus Schwab, the head of the WEF, enlisting supporters like Prince Charles of the UK and apparently Prime Minister Trudeau and others. This is an opportunity, they say, to reinvent capitalism, by which they mean turn it into something that is not recognized as capitalist in any way, shape, or form. It's forcing socialism on an unwilling world, using the pandemic crisis as the rationale behind the change. And by the way, guess which candidate for the office of President of the United States adopted Build Back Better as a campaign slogan? You guessed.
Folks, you heard what Trudeau has said. It has provided an opportunity for the reset. So here we are. Are we there at that moment with the Great Reset? Is somehow God going to use it to our advantage? Like we said, with the RV could come in any way. We expect the good guys to be in there to do this thing. And maybe somehow the bad guys actually flip the switch. I don't know. I think there's many different possibilities. And I'm going to discuss Judy Shelton as one of those possibilities. But she hasn't been confirmed yet. But folks, this agenda, like I shared within the last video, they had an agenda And they made us look like conspiracy nuts, didn't they? For years. They have made us look like we didn't know what we were talking about as far as a great reset. Even though they've been planning it, now they have an opportunity to build it better, to build this current system better. So folks, you tell me what you think about this video. Tell me what your thoughts. I probably will come back and talk about it a little bit more in another video. But go ahead and give a like, give a share, and just tell me what your thoughts are. Stay safe. God bless. And with that being said, Twisted Christian out.